Hello everyone, my name is Victor Dima. I am a totally blind gaming journalist, accessibility consultant, advocate and tester. Today I'm going to play for you some Hearthstone. This is a card collecting game from Blizzard Entertainment. I guess you should know about it. It's on the market for 10 years now, I think. And thanks to a mod, it's accessible completely to blind players everywhere. All you need to do is to create a Battle.net account, download Hearthstone and search the net for Hearthstone Access, or just go to hearthstoneaccess.com and download the auto patcher. From there you have instructions on how to make it work, and now I'm gonna show you how I play the game. If you like what I'm doing here, please consider subscribing to the channel, leaving a like, and finding me on the internet. Just search for Victor Dima Blind Journalist. Without further ado, let's get started.
Play casual 2. Play ranked 1 of 11. Play standard 1 of 3. Play what? Play twist 3 of 3.
Okay, let's
play standard 1 of
standard.
Play standard. Choose your deck 1. Play tutorial. Back 4. Play tutorial 3 of 4.
First, let me show the tutorial. I think that would be much better so that you understand how the game works.
Read current rank 2 of 4.
Jaina versus Rexxar.
Jaina versus Rexxar.
Your turn.
Rexxar, I need your cards to defeat the Lich King.
Then, let the hunt begin.
You drew mana WYRM. When a turn starts,
Minion,
you always begin
I
by
should
drawing a
play
card
it
from your
and
deck.
get this game
Let's see the one we just
underway.
drew. Press C to look at the cards in your hand.
C to look at the cards.
Hand. Mana WYRM 1 of 1.
Okay.
Use the up and down arrow keys to read this card.
Okay, up and down.
0 mana.
0 mana.
1 2.
1 2. That's
Whenever you cast a spell, gain 1 attack.
okay. Wonderful.
Minion. Okay,
Minion.
so this card is a minion named Mana WYRM. Minions are creatures that you can summon onto the battlefield to fight for your hero. This one has 1 attack and 2 health. Let's start by summoning this minion. Press enter to do so. Summon.
Enter.
Press enter.
Enter again. To
Summon
summon
Mana
it.
WYRM. Minions must wait a turn to attack once they're summoned, so we have nothing
Okay.
left to do. Press E to end
Okay.
your turn.
E and
Turn ended.
Turn.
Opponent's turn. Your opponent drew 1 card. Your opponent summoned Hover. 4-2. Your opponent has summoned a minion of his own. Let's learn how to navigate the battlefield. Press G to look at your opponent's minions.
G.
Opponent's minions. Hover 1 of 1. Can you read this minion by yourself?
I think I can read the
4-2.
minion by myself.
Now let's look at your minions. Press B to do so. Minions. Mana WYRM 1 of 1. 1 2. When there is more than 1 minion, you can use the left and right arrow keys to move between them. Let's carry
He's
on.
big. I better take care of him.
Turn ended. Your turn. You drew Arcane Bolt.
A spell card. I can only use this once, so I better make it count.
You've got another card. Can you find out what it does?
Yes.
None. Arcane Bolt 1 of 1. 0 mana.
It's me nothing.
Deal 2 damage.
It's just 2 damage.
Spell. This spell is perfect for dealing with Hover. Press enter to play it. Choose a target. Select the enemy minion and press enter to target it. Opponent's minions. Hover 1 of 1. You played Arcane Bolt. Your Mana WYRM triggered. Your Mana WYRM gained 1 attack. Your opponent's Hover took 2 damage. Your opponent's Hover died. Nice job. Now, let's learn how to check your health. Press V to look at your hero. Your hero. Use the up and down arrow keys to read your hero. 30 health. Jaina Proudmoore. If your hero runs out of health, you lose. Let's look at your opponent's hero now. Press F. Opponent's hero. Can you find how much health he has? 10 health. Rexxar. Once your opponent's hero runs out of health, you win. Your Mana WYRM is now ready to attack. Select it and press enter. Minions. Mana WYRM 1 of 1. Choose a target. Can you... Opponent's hero. Your Mana WYRM attacked your opponent's hero.
Job's done.
Your opponent's hero took 2 damage. Nice one. Remember how to end your turn.
Yes, we press E to end the turn.
Turn ended. Opponent's turn. Your opponent drew 1 card.
I have you in my sights.
Your opponent played Arcane Shot. Deal 2 damage. Your hero took 2 damage. Turn ended. Your turn. You drew Arcane Servant. Your Arcane Servant triggered. Looks like you got another minion. This means you have two possible options right now. You can either summon the minion you just got, or use the one you already have on the battlefield to launch an attack. One way to do this would be using keys such as C to look at your hand or B to look at your summoned minions. However, there's an easier way to do it. Press tab.
Tab.
Hand. Arcane Servant 1 of 1. You are now looking at your first option, which would be to summon the minion you just got. Try pressing tab again. Minions. Mana WYRM 1 of 1. You are now looking at your second option, which would be to attack with the minion you have on the battlefield. You can always use tab to go through your valid options, so make sure to remember this key. Alright. Let's begin by summoning the minion we just got. Hand. Arcane Servant 1 of... Summon at the right. When you already have minions on the battlefield, you can use the left and right arrow keys to select where the new minion will be placed. You summoned Arcane Servant. Let's try to attack with our other minion now.
So with that, we just move through our available options.
Minions. Mana WYRM 1. Choose a target. Your opponent has no summoned minions.
I try to see if they have minions. They don't.
Opponent's hero.
I'm just gonna select the
Your Mana WYRM attacked your opponent's hero.
Job's done.
Your opponent's hero took 2 damage. I'll let you continue playing by yourself. Just let me know if you need anything. Turn ended. Opponent's turn.
Ended the turn.
Your opponent drew 1 card. Your opponent summoned Stone Tusk Boar. 2/1 charge. Minions with the charge keyword can attack on the turn they are played. Your opponent summoned Stone
My
Tusk
poor
Boar. 2/1 charge.
companions will put a swift end to this fight.
Your opponent's second Stone Tusk Boar attacked your Arcane Servant. Minions damage each other when attacking. Your Arcane Servant and your opponent's Stone Tusk Boar died. Your opponent's Stone Tusk Boar attacked the Mana WYRM. Both minions died. Turn ended. Your turn. You drew Arcane Servant. Your Arcane Servant triggered.
His minions are so fast.
Hand. Arcane Servant 1 of 1. 0 mana. 3/2. Minion. 3/2. 0. Arcane Servant. Summon. You summon Arcane Servant. You have no valid play. Turn ended. Opponent's turn. Your opponent summoned King Crush. 8/8 charge. Minions. Arcane Servant 1 of 1. 3/2.
This could be trouble.
Your opponent's King Crush attacked your Arcane Servant. Your minion died. Turn ended. Your turn. You drew Fireball.
Rexar's health is low. I can finish him off.
Yeah, so sometimes it's better just to attack. For example,
Opponent 6 health.
it has 6 health.
Rexar.
although
Opponent's minions.
his,
King Crush
minion
8/5.
has 8/5.
Hand. Fireball
we
1 of 1.
check what we have in the
0
hand.
mana.
0
Deal 6
mana,
damage.
Deal 6 damage.
Choose a
And
target.
6
Opponent's
damage.
hero.
We target the
6
opponent's
health.
hero, 6 health, and we
You
hit
played
him with a
Fireball.
fireball.
Your opponent's hero took 6 damage.
I won! Now on to the next battle.
Your opponent's hero died. Progress saved.
Press
You've defeated
enter to
Rexar.
continue.
Your next opponent is Garrosh Hellscream. Press enter to continue.
Let's continue this fight.
Jaina versus Garrosh.
Jaina versus Garrosh.
In this game, you'll see some cards with abilities you haven't seen before. If you run into something you don't understand when reading a card such as Charge or Taunt, press I to get more information. Press enter whenever you are ready to start.
We are ready.
Your turn. You have 1 mana.
The Lich King grows in power. Lend me your strength.
Earn it, you puny human.
Puny human.
You drew Polymorph. Mana increases each round. Cards cost mana to play. Press A at any time to see how much mana you have. You have no hero power. You have 1 mana. Hand. Blazing Bat Lemage 1 of 3. 1 mana. 2/2. Minion. Arcane Sur 2 mana. Polymorph 4 mana. Blazing Bat Lemage.
I
Summon.
can only pay.
The fires of vengeance.
You summon Blazing Bat Lemage. Turn
Gonna
ended.
end the
My
turn.
mana crystals will refresh next turn. Then I can play more cards.
Yes.
Opponent's turn. Your opponent drew 1 card. Your opponent summoned Lord Grimmer Aspirant. 2/3. Turn ended. Your turn. You have 2 mana. You drew Archmage Antonidas. Mana crystals are refreshed each round. Hand. Arcane Servant 1 of 2 mana. 3/2. Elemental. Poly 4 mana. Archmage 7 mana. Arcane Servant. Summon at the right. Summon at the left. You summoned Arcane Servant. Minions. Blazing Bat 2/2. Choose
You're
2/3.
fired!
Your Blazing Bat Lemage attacked your opponent's Lord Grimmer Aspirant. Turn ended.
My minion
Opponent's
dies.
turn. Opponent's hero.
Nothing can stop me.
Opponent's hero. 20 health. Your opponent drew 1 card. Your opponent's Lord Grimmer Aspirant attacked your hero. Your hero took 2 damage. Your opponent used armor up. Hero power gained 2 armor. Your opponent's hero gained 2 armor. Turn ended. Your turn. You have 3 mana.
I have a few tricks of my own.
From now on, your hero and your opponent's hero will normally have a hero power. Every hero has its own hero power and you can use it once per turn. You can always press R to see your hero power and shift R to see your opponent's hero power. You drew mana WYRM. Hero power. Fire Blast.
I have a Fire Blast and they have Shift
Opponent's
R.
hero power. Armor up.
Armor up.
2 mana.
That means
Hero power. Gain 2 armor.
gain 2 armor.
Hero
And
2 hero
I-
power. 2 mana. Hero power. Deal 1 damage.
Have to deal 1 damage.
You
I
have 3 mana.
3
Hand.
mana.
Polymorph 1 of 3. 4 mana. Archmage 7 mana W. 1 mana. 1/2. Whenever you cast a spell, gain 1 attack. Archmage. Polymorph 1 of 3. Mana W. Summon at the right. You summoned Mana WY. Hero power. Choose a target. 2/1. You used Fire Blast. Your opponent's Lord Grimmer Aspirant took 1 damage. Your opponent's Lord Grimmer Aspirant died. Minions. Minions. Arcane Servant. Choose a target. Your Arcane Servant attacked your opponent's hero. You have no valid... Turn
We
ended.
should just
Opponent's
moving
turn.
back up, or if I need to
Your
move
opponent drew
first,
1 card.
If I have like 6 or 7 lines on the board, I
Your
just,
opponent played Bash. Deal 3 damage.
with left right.
Your hero took 3 damage. Your opponent used armor up. Hero power gained 2 armor. Your opponent's hero gained 2 armor. Turn ended. Your turn. You have 4 mana. You drew Fireball.
Fireball.
Minions.
Fire spell. Just what I was
Archmage.
searching
Fireball.
for.
Ready. 4 mana. Choose a target.
Do
You
it.
played Fireball. Your Mana WYRM triggered. Your Mana WYRM gained 1 attack. Your opponent's hero lost 2 armor. Minions. Arcane Servant. You have no valid plays. Your Arcane Servant attacked your opponent's hero. Your opponent. Minions. Mana W. Choose a target. Your Mana WYRM attacked your opponent. You have no valid... Turn ended. Opponent's hero.
Let's see where he
10
is.
health. Garrosh Hellscream.
10 health.
I
Okay.
will end this quickly.
Okay.
Your opponent played Cleave. Deal 2 damage to 2 random enemy minions. Your minions took 2 damage. Your minions died. Your opponent summoned Bloodhoof Brave. 2/5 taunt has 3 attack while damaged. This Bloodhoof Brave your opponent just summoned has an ability named Taunt. Minions with Taunt must always be killed before you can attack anyone else. Taunt is an important ability as it can be used to protect your hero. Turn ended. Your turn. You have 5 mana. You drew Arcane Missiles.
I need to find a way to neutralize that minion.
Yes.
Hand.
I think I
Polymorph
do.
1. Arcane Missiles. 1 mana. Deal 3 damage randomly split among all
No.
Polymorph. Ready. 4 mana. Transform a minion into a 1/1 sheep. Choose a target. 2/5 taunt. You played Polymorph. Your opponent's Bloodhoof Brave transformed into 1 sheep. Hand. Arcane Missiles 2 of 2. 1 mana. Deal 3 damage randomly split among all enemies. You played Arcane Missiles.
Do this.
Your opponent's hero took 2 damage. Your opponent's sheep took 1 damage. Your opponent's... You have no valid plays. Turn ended. Opponent's turn. Your opponent drew 1 card.
Warriors, bring her down!
Your opponent summoned Tauren Warrior. 2/3 taunt has 3 attack while damaged.
Back to work!
Your opponent summoned Cruel Taskmaster. 2/2 battle cry. Deal 1 damage to a minion and give it 2 attack. Your opponent's Tauren Warrior took 1 damage and gained 2 attack. Your opponent's Tauren Warrior gained 3 attack. Turn ended. Your turn. You have 6 mana. You drew Arcane Intellect.
I'm defenseless.
You have 6 mana. Hand. Archmage Antonidas. 7 mana. Arcane Intellect. Ready. Play card. You played Arcane Intellect. You drew Mirror Image. You drew Arcane Explosion. Hand. Archmage, mirror image,
That
arcane,
card
ready.
will be perfect for dealing with
Mirror,
his
1 mana.
minions.
Arcane, ready. 2 mana. Deal 2 damage to all enemy minions. You played Arcane
So damage
Explosion.
to all
Your
enemy.
opponent's minions took 2 damage. Your opponent's minions died. Hand. Mirror image 2 of 2. 1 mana. Summon 2/0/2 minions with taunt. You played mirror image. You have no valid plays. Turn ended. Opponent's turn. Your opponent drew 1 card.
Minions
Your
with
opponent
taunt.
summoned
Okay.
Grom Mash Hellscream. 4/5 charge has 6 attack while damaged. Your opponent played Mortal Strike. Deal 4 damage. Your hero took 4 damage. Your opponent's Grom Mash Hellscream attacked your first mirror image. Your minion died. Turn ended. Your turn. You have 7 mana. You drew Ignite.
Time to finish this.
Hand. Ready. Archmage Antonidas. You summon Archmage Antonidas.
Status set up!
Your opponent's hero took 6 damage. Your opponent's hero took 6 damage.
Now, the final battle begins.
Your opponent's hero died.
We shall face Sauron.
Progress saved. You've defeated Garrosh Hellscream. Your next and final opponent is the Lich King. Press enter to continue.
I have pressed enter.
Jaina versus the Lich King.
Well,
Opponent's turn.
Your reign of fear ends now, Lich King.
That deck is weak, and you will fall. The cold creeps into your soul. I will go first.
But I get an extra card.
You drew Flame Strike. Your opponent drew 1 card. Your opponent summoned Bone Digger Geist. 2/2. Turn ended. Your turn. You have 1 mana. You drew First Flame. Hand. Fireball 1. 4 mana. You have 1 mana. Flame Waker 2 mana. 2/3. Flame Strike 3 of 4. 7 mana. Deal First Flame 4 of 1 mana. Deal 2 damage to an enemy minion. Choose a opponent's minions. Bone Digger Geist 1 of 1. 2/2. You played First Flame. Your opponent's Bone Digger Geist took 2 damage. Your opponent's Bone Digger Geist died. Turn ended. Opponent's turn. Your opponent drew 1 card.
The scourge rises.
Your opponent used Ghoul Charge. Hero power summon a 1/1 ghoul with charge. It dies at end of turn. 1 Frail Ghoul was summoned into your opponent's battlefield. Your opponent's Frail Ghoul attacked your hero. Your hero took 1 damage. Turn ended. Your opponent's Frail Ghoul triggered. Your opponent's Frail Ghoul died. Your turn. You have 2 mana. You drew Pyroblast. Hand. Fireball 1. Flame.
I need
Ready.
to play some minions.
2 mana. 2/3. After you cast a spell, deal 2 damage randomly split.
I serve the
You summon Flame Waker.
Lord.
Turn ended. Opponent's turn. Your opponent drew 1 card. Your opponent summoned Battlefield Necromancer. 2/2 Battle Cry. Summon 2/2/1 Risen Ghouls. 2 Risen
so
Ghoul were
the
summoned into your
text-to-speech
opponent's
static
battlefield.
here is from my NVDA screen
Turn ended.
reader.
Your turn. You have 3 mana. You drew Cinderstorm.
I hope that you also
I will
realize
purge your minions with fire.
how good the sound design is, the voice acting, and of course the music is absolutely gorgeous.
Hand. Fireball 1 of 4. 4 mana. Flame 7 mana. Deal Pyroblast 9 mana. Cinderstorm. Ready. 3 mana. Deal 5 damage randomly split among all enemies.
Okay.
You played Cinderstorm. Your opponent's 2 Risen Ghoul and your opponent's hero took 1 damage. Your opponent's Battlefield Necromancer took 2 damage. Minions. Flame Waker 1 of 1. Your Flame Waker triggered. Your opponent's hero took 2/3. Choose a target. Your Flame Waker attacked your opponent's hero.
Job done.
Turn ended. Opponent's turn. Up 25 health. 29 health.
You have learned some new tricks, but they will not help you.
Your hero. 29 health. Your 29 health. Gina Proudmore. Turn ended. Your turn. You have 4 mana. You drew Arcane Explosion.
There are so many minions. I need to deal with them first.
Hand. Arcane ready. 2 mana. Deal 2 damage to all enemy. You played Arcane Explosion. Your opponent's minions took 2 damage. Your opponent's minions died. Your Flame Waker triggered. Your opponent's hero took 2 damage. You have 2 out of 4 mana. Hero power. Fire. Minions. Flame Waker 1, 2, 3. Hero power. Choose a target. You used. Your opponent has no summoned minions. Minions. Choose. Your Flame Waker attacked your opponent's hero.
Job's done.
Turn ended. Opponent's turn. Your opponent drew 1 card.
Frostmourne hungers.
Your opponent equipped Frostmourne. 3/5. It looks like your opponent equipped a weapon. Weapons are special cards which can be equipped by heroes. Each weapon has some attack and some durability. Once equipped, heroes can attack other characters during their turn. Your opponent equipped Frostmourne, a weapon with 3 attack and 5 durability. This means your opponent's hero will have 3 attack during his turn, and will be able to attack any of your characters. Mages don't often use weapons, but you'll be able to play with some later on once you've unlocked other classes. You can press W at any time to see your weapon or shift W to see your opponent's one. Your opponent's hero gained 3 attack. Your opponent's hero attacked your Flame Waker. Your opponent's hero took 2 damage. Your Flame Waker took 3 damage. Weapons lose durability when the hero attacks. Your Flame Waker turn ended. You have no valid plays. Your turn. You have 5 mana. You drew Mirror Image.
How is he summoning so many minions?
Your opponent has no summoned hand. Fireball 1 of ready. 4 mana. Choose a target. You played Fireball. Hand. Mirror Image 3 of 1 mana. Summon 2/02 min. You played Mirror. You have no valid play. 2 Mirror Image were summoned into your battlefield. Turn ended. Opponent's turn. Your opponent drew 1 card.
The end is inevitable.
Your opponent summoned Boneyard Commander. 5/4 token. Battle Cry. Summon 4/2/1 Risen Ghouls.
Whoa.
4 Risen Ghoul were summoned into your opponent's battlefield.
Many reasons.
Your opponent's hero attacked your first Mirror Image. Your first Mirror Image took 3 damage. Your Mirror Image died. Turn ended. Your turn. You have 6 mana. You drew Frost Nova.
I need to slow him down.
Frost, ready. 3 mana. Freeze all enemy minions. You played Frost Nova.
Perfect.
Your opponent's minions became frozen. Hero power.
Now
Hero
his
power.
minions
Fire
cannot
blast.
attack.
Hero power. 2 mana. Choose a target. 2/1 Risen Ghoul. 2/1 Bone Guard Command. 5/4 Frozen. Risen Ghoul. 2/1 Risen Ghoul. Opponent. You used Fire Blast. Your opponent's hero. Turn ended. Opponent's turn. Your opponent drew 1 card.
You froze my warriors. That's cold.
Your opponent summoned Stitch Giant. 8/4. Your opponent played Grave Strength. Give all friendly minions 2/1. Your opponent's minions gained 2 attack and 1 health. Your opponent's hero attacked your Mirror Image. Your Mirror Image took 3 damage. Your Mirror Image died. Turn ended. Your opponent's 4 Risen Ghoul and your opponent's Bone Guard Commander are no longer frozen. Your turn. You have 7 mana. You drew Mana Giant.
With 1 spell, I can clear the board.
And Flame Strike 1 of ready. 7 mana. Deal 5 damage to all enemy minions.
Deal 5 damage to all
Play card.
enemy minions.
You played
That
Flame
sounds
Strike.
Absolutely.
Your opponent's minions took 5
excellent.
damage. Your opponent's minions died. You have no valid play. Turn ended. Opponent's turn.
Board is cleared.
Your opponent drew 1 card.
I
Evil
too
shall not prevail.
command the power of frost.
Your opponent played Frostworm's Fury. Deal 5 damage. Freeze all enemy minions. Summon a 5/5 Frostworm. Your hero took 5 damage. 1 Frostworm was summoned into your opponent's battlefield. Your opponent used Ghoul Charge. Hero power summon a 1/1 Ghoul with Charge. It dies at end of turn. 1 Frail Ghoul was summoned into your opponent's battlefield. Your opponent's hero attacked your hero. Your hero took 3 damage. Your opponent's Frail Ghoul attacked your hero. Your hero took 1 damage. Turn ended. Your opponent's Frail Ghoul triggered. Your opponent's Frail Ghoul died. Your turn. You have 8 mana. You drew Arcane Intellect.
I just need to hold out a little longer.
Hand. Pyroblast 1. 9 mana. Mana Giant. 10 mana. Arcane Intellect. 3 mana. You played Arcane Intellect. You drew Blazing Bat Lemage. You drew Frostbolt. Frostbolt 4/4. 5/5. 2 mana. Frostbolt. 2 mana. Deal 3 damage to the enemy hero and freeze it. Blazing Bat Lemage. 1 mana. 2/2. Minion. Mana Giant 2 of. You have 5 out of 8. Blazing Bat Lemage. 1 mana. Frostbolt. 2 mana. Deal 3 damage to the enemy hero and freeze it. You played Frostbolt. Your opponent's hero took 3 damage and became frozen. Mana Giant 2 of. 10 mana. 1 mana.
The fires of vengeance.
You summon
burn
Blazing Bat
bright.
Lemage. Hero power. Choose a target. Up 8 health frozen. You used Fire Blast. You have no valid plays. Turn. Your 20 health. Your opponent drew 1 card.
Rise, my minions!
Your opponent played the Scourge. Fill your board with random undead. 3 Risen Ghoul, 2 Stitch Giant and Bone Digger Geist were summoned into your opponent's battlefield.
Whoa, lot of minions.
Your opponent's Frostworm attacked the Blazing Bat Lemage. Your minion died. Turn ended. Your opponent's hero is no longer frozen. Your turn. You have 9 mana. You drew Arcane Servant.
I've got you right where I want you.
Ready. Pyroblast. Play card.
Let me show you what the Pyroblast does. We'll try to see. Yeah, here it is.
Hand.
So,
Ready.
Pyroblast.
9 mana. Deal 10 damage to the enemy hero. Play card. You played Pyroblast. Your opponent's hero took 10 damage.
It's over. But there are many more battles to be fought.
Your opponent's hero died. Main menu. Play ranked 1 of 11. Play casual 2 of 11.
So, I hope you enjoyed the video. As I said in the beginning, if you liked it, please subscribe to the channel, give a thumbs up, and search for Victor Dima, blind journalist, on the internet to find me. Thank you for your time, happy gaming, and please take care of yourselves.